Alright guys, I just want to do a quick little video here. Got my little family here, or at least some of it. I got the Traxxas Mini revo. It is stock brushless Valenion motor with a castle sidewinder. You can see it there, pretty clear. I got the RPM bumper. I got hot racing push rods. I got to put a screw in that side. I got to replace the A-arm. It's stripped out. I got a rear bumper I'm going to put on it, and I've got the toe links from hot racing also. Sorry, doing a lot of moving around here. This thing's pretty quick on 2S. I put it on 3S, and it's just absolutely, it'll sit there and flip all the way over without even trying. It's a fun little car. I'll set the summit aside for a second. Got my brother's Slash here. It's got my Emax body on it. I'm currently running Sidewinder 8. You can see it there. Sidewinder 8 ESCN 2200 kV brushless setup. It's got the stock servo in it. Oh, and this Mini Revo has the Savox. I don't know how well you can see it. Let me dust it off a little bit. Maybe then you'll be able to see it. SW0250 MG micro servo, metal gear, waterproof, whatnot. But yeah, the Slash is it's currently down. It's got I had a broken drive. I had the drive shaft break. I did do in the rear the heavy duty drive shafts, along with, you can't really see them, the aluminum hubs on the back. That's because I got them in a deal. I kind of got them in a parts lot with the drive shafts and a few of the pieces for this, but it did not come with the aluminum stuff on the front, and the bearing that goes in the back is different on the aluminum hubs. I think it's a bigger bearing. So I've got the bearings, I've got the drive shafts, I'm just waiting on the hubs. So whenever that is, like I said, it's my brother's Slash, so we're just waiting on that. But I bought it as a complete roller. The only thing it didn't have was tires and a body, and the only electronics it had was the servo. It does have upgraded springs and shocks. I don't know, I think those are the stock shocks, but the springs, I don't know if they're Traxxas dual rates or some other brand, but and I don't know what kind of oil he put in it, but the suspension on it is perfect, especially with these 2.8 mashers that we decided to put on it. They do rub a little bit on the front, but I'm gonna fix that. I'm gonna put a small hex extensions on it, just so it brings the tires out, because the back does kind of rub in some spots when I get full flex. So I'm gonna put some hub extensions on it, and then it came with RPM A-arms. I went ahead and put, looks like I might have that diff leaking. I put the RPM bulkhead brace on the bottom. It really helps out. It makes a big difference, along with this piece here. Instead of having the holes cut out where rocks can get up in there and mess with your steering, it's solid, and it keeps everything out like it's supposed to. We also have this J Concepts. I don't know what you call it. It's like, sorry for that, my battery just got real low, so my flash turned off. But it's J Concepts, like under tray protector. I don't know what you'd call it. It goes pretty much just the chassis from here to here on both sides. But this thing's pretty awesome. Just on a single 3S Venom battery, 5,000 milliamp, 50C, it hits 47 miles an hour. No, it's nothing really to bring home about, but it gets the job done for what we wanted. It's got plenty of torque. And now for what I really want to show you. I got my Summit put back together finally. It's slide this slash out of the way here. So I got my Summit here. I put the 3.8 axial BF Goodrich Crawler TA tires off of the Yeti XL. I don't remember the part number for these. And a question, if anybody knows a part number for the foams that go in them, let me know, because one of the foams from factory was messed up and it would not go on the rim, and I had to re-glue it and it was all messed up. It's unusable pretty much. So I took the foams out. I unsealed the holes because I had these rims, which are Proline F11s. Usually they come mounted with shockwaves on them. My shockwaves got really worn out from running them on this and on my Emax, and so I unglued the rims, or I cut the tires off, took a Dremel to the rims and cleaned them off real good, and then bought some medium CA glue, glued these tires on, and I glued them on without foams, and I was I almost stopped. I'd already done one rim. I wouldn't have mind having, put one rim in the toaster oven to heat the glue up to pull the tire off. But I went ahead and did all 4 of them with no foams. I mean, you can. It's nice. Now you may think it'll make the tires sit down, which it does. I won't, I'm not gonna steer you away from the truth and whatnot. But it actually helps this truck so much with no foams. Now granted, I'll probably end up getting water in them, but I'll probably put the foams in them, or see if I can find a softer foam than what comes in them, and reseal them so I don't get water in them. But it's just the holes that are on the back of the rims. I had them sealed when I had the shockwaves on it, so water didn't get in them, and they came unsealed when the beads started coming unglued and whatnot. But yeah, I think I'm gonna see if I can get some axial beadlock rings that go on the 40 series, or they're oversized beadlocks. I'm gonna see if I can, kind of modify something on here just for looks. They already look like Method wheels anyways, so pretty much unlicensed Method wheels. But these tires are absolutely amazing. I just did a quick little 10-minute run with them on a tiny little 3S Zippy battery. And so for when I'm running on this truck, I've got the Tekin RX8 ESC and the T8 brushless censored combo. This is the 1700. It's rated for 5S. I have run it on 6S. Not had a problem with it. I mean, it's only an extra 3.4 volts. I don't think it'll hurt it, but I'm just going to run it on 4S for now. I do have, for steering servo, I've got a single servo. It is a Savox SA1230SG. Digital. It's like 500 ounce inches at 6 volts. And I would probably see that if I was running a BEC. I don't have a BEC, and I can tell. I do gotta fix some of the steering. I do have a lot of play in my steering for some reason. I think my the servo horn that goes onto the servo, I think it's stripped, so I'm having troubles with it. But so I've got that servo in there. Great servo. Like I said, if I was running an external BEC, I'd probably see all the power out of it. But like I said, I gotta fix my steering first. I've got some play in there somewhere. Steering horn is probably stripped. Probably the only thing that's really keeping it on there is the screw. But it is, I don't know why, I've noticed some servos will turn reverse if you just plug them in. Like plug and play, it'll be reversed from what like stock was. So I got this Turnigy. It might be upside down. Nope, it's not. Turnigy signal reverser, input and output. So yeah, there's that, and it's got a female lead there. Autofocus there, I'm using my phone. Got this new phone, it's the first video I've done with it. It's got the female lead there, so you can plug your servo into it. And I've just got it run into a Y splitter, because I also run my Proline Ridgeline bumper. I got the wide set. I got the one on the front, but I don't have the one on the rear because I have to run this thing. At least I was when I was running 6S. I got to zip tie all that back together now. But I'm running this, and I've got lights in it. I've got these two here that came off an Integy light bar. They actually do very well when the bulbs don't burn out or break. I've got a bulb there and a bulb there, and they are green. I do have a body clip on there just for shits and giggles. Other than that, I've got the in the rear diff, I've got an LEM diff cup, or leading edge machining diff cup, along with the hardened spider gears and shims. I've got the front shimmed, but I've never had any troubles out of the front. I do have the Traxxas steel CVD center shafts. I have these aluminum carriers in the front. Let's see, there you go. And they absolutely suck. They're just cheapo that I found on eBay, and they are absolutely, that's probably worse than Integy, if that's possible. I am running the single-speed transmission out of the Emax, because my 2-speed messed up. Something happened with it, and I could never figure it out. So I just kind of tore it apart, tried to figure it out, couldn't figure it out, put my Emax transmission back together and stuck it in here. And it works just as well. I already had the big block, or the brushless mount on it. No, I didn't. I lied. I took that off of my Summit. I took that off the 2-speed transmission, threw it over here because I still had the dual brushed one on the Emax. I am only running, well, at the moment, I'm running one micro servo for the front diff. I've got my rear diff pretty much completely locked. I can unlock it by hand if I want to, because it still has the little horn down there. I know it's hard to see because my flash isn't on, but you see the horn down there. I've still got it there, but I don't have the wire or the piece of little metal running all the way back. It was just, I got a lot of flex out of it, and it wouldn't want to lock the rear diff, so I just locked it. It's not like I'm, trying to hit 100 miles an hour or whatever. I've still got my original one here. It is a stock Traxxas. I've just got it plasti dipped because these aren't the best at being waterproof. And as we all know, nothing is ever truly waterproofed. But I put marine grease in it, plasti dipped it, put it back in, no problems. It's just not hooked up since I'm not using my 2-speed. I've pretty much got that and that rewired. My shifting servos, I've got them kind of rewired because of how I run it. This one and this one are usually hooked up together, so that way when my front diff locks, when my front diff locks, my transmission goes into low gear automatically, just because the way I've got them hooked up. Usually I don't have to figure out how I did all that later. I don't remember. But yeah, so these tires, is the main reason I wanted to make this video. Sorry it's 13 minutes long, but I can't help that. I'd probably make it shorter, but I'm not going to worry about it. It's time for bed. So you guys have a good day. Like I said, if anybody knows of part number for the stock foams, or I'd really prefer a softer foam that would fit in these tires. I don't know what would fit in here. If anybody knows, let me know in the comments. And that's about it, guys. I really recommend these tires on the Summit with no foams, as they are. Maybe completely seal them up. Just make sure you do it when you're not pushing on the tire, so it has all the air in it. I saw a guy a while back who put air stems on his rims and sealed them up, and he could actually fill them with air. I may do that with these. I just gotta figure out how to do it. But that's all for today, guys. I'm done talking. I'm gonna go put all this up and go to bed. So y'all have a good day, and we'll see you later.